Hi, I'm Autumn Breeze, also known as Autumn Pinup on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube. And today I'm going to show you how to do this sort of 50s wave with a pin curl on the side, a little comb on this side, curly hairstyle. And I will also show you a variation that is a little more 30s. I'll actually show you that one first and then transition to this one with the pin curl and less volume on top. And what you will need to do this is a brush. I like this cushion brush, a teasing brush or comb. This one happens to have a rat tail. A lot of them do. It's handy. Some hairspray. I like this Tresemme Freeze Hold Level 5 hairspray. Bobby pins. What style can you do that's vintage without bobby pins? Not very many. The comb, which I have in my hair, but here's another one. And you have to have some sort of curl done already to do this style. I did mine with a curling iron, and I just pinned the curls up to let them cool with these pin curl clips. Most of the stuff that I used to do my hair I get at Sally or Target or Walmart, so it should be readily available to you. And I hope you like this tutorial. Thanks! Here we go. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is take out all the little pin curl clips that I have holding the curls that I did with the curling iron. And I think my curling iron is a 1-inch. You can use whatever you have, whatever works best for your hair. If you're going for a tighter curl, obviously you want to use a smaller curling iron. And that'll give you kind of more of a 40s look with a tighter curl, 30s, 40s. I have a 1-inch curling or a 1/2-inch curling iron, but I don't use it very much because it's a very, very tight curl, and it kind of winds up being frizzy a lot. I know you're supposed to keep brushing, but it's not really the style I'm looking for, especially with the length of my hair now. It's really too long for a 40s style, but I am hoping to get it cut soon. I'm thinking about sort of a longish bob above my shoulders, but something maybe a little 60s that I think I can still get some good 40s and 50s styles out of. And I actually really want to try finger waves and do a more 20s style. I haven't really done that before. I really love the Art Deco era, but sadly the drop waist flapper dresses aren't really a good look for me, so I'm gonna have to figure out something that I can wear for a shoot, because I want to do a 20s style shoot with a Victrola. We have a reproduction one. And that wonderful hat that my husband bought me. If you follow me on Instagram at Autumn Pinup, you will see a lot of these things that I'm talking about. If you don't follow me, you probably have no clue what I'm talking about. But you should follow me. I think I put interesting stuff up, if you want. Sorry this is taking so long. I have a lot of curls because I have a lot of hair. My hair holds curl pretty well. If your hair doesn't hold curl well, you might want to try a wet set. And if your hair is really thick, obviously you will have to let it dry for a long time. I wouldn't recommend doing a wet set with your hair really wet if it's thick. Just a little damp. Use some setting lotion. That'll help it really hold curl. And when I did these curls with the curling iron, I used I think it's a Tresemme heat tamer curl spray thing, just to protect my hair from the heat. And oh, I guess I should have mentioned, after I did these curls and pinned them up, I went ahead and did my makeup and did some other things to let them cool down. My hair is really thick and I'm kind of hot-natured, so it takes a while for the curls to cool. If your hair is not quite as thick as mine, then you might be able to get away with letting it set for like 20 minutes. And maybe you'll get these nice bouncy curls. So what you want to do is give it a gentle brush, especially if you've done a heated set, like a curling iron, or even if you do hot rollers. I use those sometimes too. Lately I've been into the curling iron just because, I don't know, it just seems easier sometimes. Oh, I guess I could tell you, I just use a cushion brush. It's really old and it probably needs replacing, but it works fine. So just a cheap cushion brush from Target or Walmart or wherever. So again, I'm gently brushing out the curls. And you can kind of brush them around your hand, but we'll get to that later when you're shaping them. For now, we're just going to give them a gentle brush. I'm sorry if you're not seeing the ends of my hair. This is the first video I'm doing. Let's scoot back a little bit. So I haven't quite gotten all the kinks worked out, obviously, about camera placement and that kind of thing. So anyway, just a nice gentle brush. Kind of, you know, you have your part where you want it from when you put your curls in. Kind of neaten that up if it's gotten messy. Got a little bit of a kink there where I pinned a curl. That doesn't usually happen when I do curls with the curling iron and pin them. It's a common problem with wet sets, which is another reason I don't like doing wet sets. You get crimps from the sponge rollers. They're hard to sleep on. Take forever to dry. Anyway. Okay. So there are a couple of things you can do with this. Actually, there are tons of things you can do with this. But obviously, what we're going to do is go for a nice soft, sort of 50s look. And what I'm going to do first is kind of let my hair tell me what it wants to do. The last time I got my hair cut, I had these sort of blended bangs. And so I've got some different lengths happening. I don't know if you can see that. And I do have long layers as well. Very long layers. So I kind of separate out the shortest section of my bangs. And I'm going to take that and sort of let the curl wind it into itself. Kind of help it along with my fingers. You can see that. And then what I'm going to do is kind of decide where I want it to be. And you can see it kind of made a messy place right here. So I'm going to actually do that again. And try to be a little more careful with how I arrange that top portion. And I'm showing you a style that could skew a little 30s at the moment, because I'm not putting a lot of volume in the crown, the top part of my bangs. I should turn so you can see what I'm doing. So right now I'm just tucking in any little stray hairs that are kind of sticking out around the pin curl that I'm making. And I've got like a flat pin curl up against my head. And now I'm just going to take a regular bobby pin and pin through the pin curl, but not like over top of it. I'm trying to hide the bobby pin in my hair. You can sort of see it peeking out right there. And that's just to secure that curl. Now I only have one bobby pin in, and it's pretty secure. You know, it feels, I can tell it feels like it's not going anywhere really. You can stick another one in it if it feels loose. A lot of times it will. If you aren't familiar with the trick to bobby pins, if you cross them, they actually hold better because they kind of hold each other. And so another thing, I'm sort of hiding them underneath the hair that's back here too, that's loose. So they're pinned into that hair, but you don't want them to show on top, obviously. So this is a little more 30s because it's kind of flat on top. It's not a lot of volume right here. And, you know, if you really want it to be 30s, you can take another little section, which I do from time to time, because I like a 30s look. And what's going on? There we go. And curl that up and pin it kind of next to underneath where that first curl was, like that. And you can use it to hide any of these little stray pieces that snuck out. Got a little messy. So take a bobby pin, and I like to pin it up into the existing ones. Sorry, I'm making faces, pinning bobby pins into the side of my head. It hurts a little bit sometimes. I guess I'm not very careful about jamming the pins into my scalp. So I'm just going to add another one, and this one's going to kind of go behind my ear. Now, this got a little loose right here. You can see that hanging down. So I would probably redo that if I were going to keep my hair like this. But just for the purposes of this, we're going to move on, because I want to show you something else after this. Now with this side, especially because I have a dent, which is probably hard to see, you can see it right there. I'm going to take just a little bit of the front section it off, brush it out, and this time I'm going to give it a little tease. I have a teasing brush. You can use a teasing comb. I just prefer the teasing brush. I got this at Sally Beauty. It was probably a couple bucks. I don't really remember. Anyway, just a little tease behind the hair, just to give it some grip. And what I'm going to do is smooth that out a little. If you're careful, you can use your smoothing brush, your teasing brush, to smooth out the frizz. And I'm going to give it a little twist. Kind of push it forward. You can see it made this nice little curl right here. And I'm going to take one of these combs, like a grip tooth comb. You can get these at Sally also, or Walmart. And I'm going to go sort of back like that, and then forward into the hair that I twisted while I'm holding on to it. And it makes this nice little twisted, kind of pinned back section, which is a nice complement to the other side. You don't want, a whole bunch. I guess you could do more curls on this side, but it might look kind of like too much around the face. So I like this because it's simple and it's just a little touch. You could add some flowers back here. It would be really cute. And it's already made this sort of nice little curl. I'm not going to worry too much about that. That looks kind of cute. This side's a little messy, so what I'm going to do is brush it gently around my hand to kind of show the curl who's boss, tell it what I want it to do. Just kind of arrange it like that. So now that I've got this like this, I'm going to show you, I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to show you another style with the pin curls on this. Okay, so I've taken down the curls that I did, the pin curls on this side that were sort of 30s. And what I'm going to do now is do a slightly more 50s take on it, modern pinup. And to do that, I am going to take smaller sections of what used to be my bangs, and I'm going to gently tease them to give me some volume at the crown. In the first section, I'm only going to tease on one side. The middle sections, I'm going to tease on both sides. And if you have long bangs like me, you don't have to tease them all the way to the ends. If you have short bangs, you certainly don't have to. Just enough to get some volume. And that's about right. Just that section that was kind of the first curl, and you can see I have a piece that's longer than the rest. And that can be tricky to get into the curl, but the pin curl. But since we have some curl in the hair already, hopefully it will behave itself. So I'm just smoothing a little bit, and I'm using my cushion brush, paddle brush, whatever you want to call it. So you have to be very gentle, otherwise you'll just brush out all the teas you just put in. So I'm kind of holding up the part that I teased, and I'm forming the pin curl with that part held up because I want to keep all that volume. So I'm just going to kind of smooth this out, get it all sort of laying together, and then I'm going to twist it into itself. And you can do it this way, and you've got kind of a nice suicide roll. You could pin it like that. That's a really cute style. Or what I'm going to do today is turn it the other way. If it will cooperate with me. And doesn't seem to want to. Give it another little brush. And turn it into a wave that goes into a pin curl on the side. And it's wanting to separate a little bit right here. And try to push it back together, and I'll hairspray it and that'll help it hold together. So I'm cleaning up any messy parts. So you can see I've got this nice little wave right here, and then on the side I've swirled it into a pin curl right here. So I'm going to take bobby pin, and this time I'm going to stick it up into this direction, into the wave that I made, because it'll be plenty hidden in all that hair that we teased, and the bobby pin should hold really well in there. See that? And yes, I make all kinds of wonderful faces while I'm doing my hair. So I'm going to take another bobby pin and hide it in the curl going this way, just to make sure it's nice and secure. And then I'm going to lift it up a little bit, and I'm going to take my hairspray. I use Tresemme Freeze Hold Level 5 hairspray. I like it. It's humidity resistant. It's not expensive. It doesn't smell bad. I know a lot of vintage girls like Elnet. I've tried it. I didn't like the smell, and I thought it was really sticky. This is not sticky. I can brush through it and my hair's fine. It brushes out. If you really brush at it, it brushes out. And, you know, I can restyle it and spray some more, and it's not going to get all gunky and gross looking. So I really like this hairspray. It's my favorite. Anyway, I'm going to lift this part up, and you know, I probably should have done a little more teasing because it's really separating right here. But we'll make do. I'm going to lift it up, and I'm going to spray right in there. kind of push that together, and then I'm going to spray on top. And again, lift that up, spray in there. And it's gotten a little loose, so it's not holding very well, so I'm going to push it up again, and I'm going to stick another bobby pin in there. I'm no professional. I just make these hairstyles up as I go. If they don't work out, more bobby pins, more hairspray. There, that feels secure now. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna try to get this to come together. There. And spray on your pin curl like that. You can kind of push it together while it's drying to get it to hold exactly where you want it to be. And play with it and practice. I mean, I've been doing this for a couple of years. I've made up some styles. I do a lot of styles that I've seen on Lisa Fremont Street or Elegant Musings. She used to do some hair tutorials. Cherry Dollface and Pinup Doll Ashley Marie. They're all really good resources, and I've learned a lot of my hairstyling stuff from them. I'm nowhere near as good as a lot of them are, but you check their videos out. They're great. I love all their videos. But anyway, this is something, you know, a little different, a little more Autumn Breeze style. And you know, if this isn't behaving, brush through it, brush it around your hand, get it to lay where you want it to. Give a little hairspray on this side to tame the flyaways. And again, you can add flowers. This could be a fun holiday style. You could add a poinsettia. I'm just going to grab one. You could add a big sparkly red flower right here. Be cute. Or some holly. That'd be cute too. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. I had a couple of requests for the sort of pin curl on the side thing that I do. You can do it again with the volume, without the volume. It looks cute both ways. And it works well with long hair, and you can do it with shorter hair too. It's sort of independent of length, unless your hair is really short, and then it probably won't work, of course. I hope you liked it. If you did, leave me a comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at autumnpinup. I post on there a lot. And just let me know what you think. Okay, thanks. Bye.